Please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
To CNBC TV18's Lata Venkatesh, Philip Hammond, the UK's Chancellor to the Exchequer, said that while the UK will continue to look at how these changes impact certain countries, he hinted that the decision to exclude India from easier visa norms will not be reversed anytime soon. On whether London's position as the financial centre was under threat due to Brexit, he said that business could be impacted, but he believes that the EU and London will end up doing a financial services business deal very soon.
The status of London itself to continue to be the financial nerve centre, isn't that getting challenged? Are you confident it can continue to grow?
It's always being challenged, and it always has been challenged. When you're number one in any game, somebody will always be trying to overtake you. But London has got where it is and stayed where it is by being innovative and agile, always scanning the horizon for the next thing that's coming, whether it's green finance or masala bonds, renminbi internationalization, making sure that we're always ahead of the game.
But at the moment, the challenge is a little bigger, with perhaps some of the EU transactions not yet getting the green signal from the European Union for getting passported through London. If that were to happen, if EU does not oblige, do you think you're facing a bigger challenge than ever before?
Well, London has had many points in its evolution as a financial centre when we've had to make decisions and to grow one part of the market rather than another. About 24% of the UK's financial services business is EU facing. And if that business, some of that business shrinks, that will obviously be an issue that London has to deal with. But we have many other opportunities as well. We have a huge footprint in recycling savings balances from emerging economies, which are growing very, very fast. And there are new opportunities arising in our financial services trade with countries beyond Europe. So we have choices about where to place our emphasis in the future. And by the way, I'm very confident that we will end up doing a financial services deal with the European Union, because it makes sense for European businesses to be able to access the financial services provided from London.
Recently, of course, the fact that India did not figure in a list of easier documentation for Indian students has caused a lot of heartburn. Will there be any rethink on the part of the UK government?
Well, obviously we look at these things all the time, and we tread carefully when we change things, and we will obviously consider very carefully how these changes that we've introduced for some countries work and make sure that they don't lead to any loss of control of the process. But I should just emphasize that Indian business people, Indian students are very welcome in the UK. We issue more business visas to Indians than to all other nationalities combined. So there are a huge number of Indians travelling to the UK to study, to work. Last year, the number of students grew by 30%, and we want to go on growing those numbers.
Will anything be done to ease our rules, especially for students?
Well, for highly skilled workers, for example, where we have a visa, Tier 2 visas, as we call them, which do have a cap on the numbers, we've just announced that we will take doctors out of that cap. That frees up about another 8,000 places, as it were, and makes it easier for people with, for example, software skills that want to go and work in the UK to do so. And we welcome skilled workers in the UK. But we'll always look at specific cases, and in the cultural industries, we have a separate visa category that allows sports and cultural stars to come into the country for temporary periods for work.
Time now to take a look at some of the other headlines from across the globe. The United States' decision to pull out of the United Nations Human Rights Council has already started showing ripple effects. The agency has asked other member nations to step up their funding for Palestine. America's withdrawal has led to a shortfall of $250 million. Europeans may have to start drinking their beer conservatively. This as carbon dioxide shortage has reduced beer production across the continent. UK's biggest wholesaler has already begun rationing beer and has warned of major shortage in coming weeks. And you can now travel from the United States to Japan in 3 hours. Amazed? Well, if everything goes as per script, Boeing's latest hypersonic jet with a top speed of 3,900 miles per hour will cut your travel time from the existing 12 hours down to 3. Well, with that, we wrap this edition of Reporter's Diary. But stay tuned, because up next is our special show, First Time Home Buyer, only on CNBC TV18. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.